In this segment, you will learn the basics about Print Preview. Print Preview can be accessed a number of different ways. I have in my Quick Access toolbar a Quick Print, a Print Preview, and a Set Print. If I clicked on Print Preview, it takes me directly to the Print Preview screen. The other way you can do it is File, Print, and it takes you to the same place. What we're going to look at today is just a few of the things. The big print button up here is a dead giveaway for if you click on it, you're going to print something. And what you're going to print is being determined by how the rest of these icons are being used. Now, if I go to the right, I can see that the number of copies I'm going to print defaults to 1. I can manually change that by highlighting it and sticking in a number, or I can come over and use the up and down arrow keys to put my number. The next section is on the printer itself. Now if I click the down arrow, I can see that in this case I have an OfficeJet 4500. I could fax it, I can add a printer, I can print a file. Typically you let IT worry about adding printers, but you may have more than one printer. You may have a printer in your office, you may have a printer outside your office, you may have a printer down the hall or in your file room. It's very important to select the right printer for a number of reasons. If you're printing your resume, you want to do it where you can get to it real quick. But you also don't want to tie up printers. So you have to make sure that you can kill a job if you want to, and usually that's a lot easier if the printer is in your office than in down the hall in the file room somewhere. So in this case, we'll just leave it go as the OfficeJet 4500, and we'll go down to the printer properties and we'll click on it. Now this is conducive to the type of printer you're looking at. In this case, it's an OfficeJet 4500. It can do these different types of features, and that depends on your printer. Typically, if you've got a print area or a print room, their printer is a lot more powerful than the one that's going to be sitting by your desk. You can do two-sided printing, you can do some offset printing, you can do presentation printing, you can even do photo printing, and you can do different size paper printing. Here we can see on the paper sizes, this one will take letter and it'll take legal, and an A4, which is an odd size. Plain paper is our only option on this one. Print quality, we can do a fast draft, a normal, or the best. And the fast draft uses less ink and the best uses more ink. Sometimes you have the option of printing both sides. On this printer, we either have it off or we have to manually flip the piece of paper over to get the second-sided print. Portrait or landscape, here's another place where you can change it. There's probably about 3 different places where you can change the setting from portrait to landscape. That gives us the printer properties. Print active sheets. You have the option of printing active sheets, which is every sheet that has data on it in a spreadsheet. The entire workbook, which is all of the worksheets, or the print selection, which is if you have a small section of an active worksheet highlighted and use set print on it, you can print that print selection from here. And then you can ignore the print area if you want to print the whole thing. This concludes the Print Preview Basic segment.